Hello and welcome. Today, I want to share a story with you. It's a quiet, personal journey that almost every IT professional goes on, but it's one we hardly ever talk about. It's the story of an awakening, that moment we go from just fixing things to really, truly understanding them. So let's begin.
So let me ask you this. Have you ever popped open a diagram like this one? Covered in controllers, storefronts, gateways, just a maze of lines and arrows, and felt completely and totally lost? Your mind just goes a little fuzzy. It's a feeling we all know, but we usually just push it aside.
And what's that first thought that pops into your head? I'll figure this out later, right? You close the diagram and you get back to the million other things you have to do today. And you know what? That is perfectly normal. You're not supposed to get this stuff at the very beginning. Your journey starts somewhere way more hands-on.
It starts right here, in the operator's world. This is the starting line for pretty much every admin out there. It's a world of doing, of reacting, and, let's be honest, of just surviving day to day.
Your whole world is focused on the how. How do I install this software? How do I publish this app for the accounting team? How do I fix this person's login issue for the 10th time? Your life revolves around tickets. You follow the steps, you restart the service, you close the ticket. And this part of the journey is absolutely essential. This is where you build your entire foundation, one crisis at a time.
And this is why those big, scary diagrams feel so abstract, because they answer a totally different question. You're busy looking for the how, but architecture is all about the why. It's kind of like trying to study a map of a city's entire highway system before you've even learned how to drive a car. The context just isn't there yet. But then, after a while, after you've spent some time in the trenches, something starts to shift. You start noticing patterns. You see the same problems coming up over and over again, and those quick fixes just don't feel like enough anymore. A deeper need to understand what's really going on starts to bubble up.
You start asking yourself these new kinds of questions. Not just how do I fix this, but wait, why? Why is it that when the SQL server gets slow, it suddenly takes forever for users to log in? What's the actual connection there?
And then another one hits you. Why is it that if this one storefront server goes down, nobody can launch new apps? I mean, their old sessions are still running just fine. How are these two things connected?
And then another, why does losing a single controller cause so many problems with brokering new sessions? All of a sudden, just rebooting a server isn't good enough anymore. You feel this pull, this need to understand the relationships, the dependencies, the whole system.
And this is the moment. This is the awakening. You're starting to transition into the architect's mindset. And it's not about memorizing more commands. It's about seeing your entire world through a brand new lens.
And here's the real secret, the big aha moment. Architecture isn't about memorizing diagrams. Not at all. It's about recognizing patterns. It's about intuitively understanding the flow of information, the way all these different pieces dance with each other. You stop seeing individual parts, and you start seeing a story, a flow. You can see it in your head. A user connects to the gateway, which checks who they are. Then Storefront shows them their apps. They click on one, a controller finds a free VDA, and boom, the VDA delivers the application. It's a chain of events, and for the first time, you can see every single link.
This really breaks down the shift in thinking. The operator is all about fixing incidents when they happen, but the architect? They're thinking about preventing those incidents from ever happening in the first place. An operator asks, how do I restart this? An architect asks, why is this thing so fragile? You go from reacting to problems with one component to thinking about the whole system, about redundancy, about what depends on what.
So what's the point of all this? Well, embracing this new mindset isn't just some abstract idea. It's the key that unlocks the next level for you, both in your career and just in your own confidence.
So, how can you tell if you're on the verge of this shift? Well, you might notice a few things. You start troubleshooting without needing to look up the documentation because you just get the flow. You see those same problems popping up and you want to get to the real root cause. You find yourself asking why way more than you ask how. And you're tired of just fixing failures, you want to actually predict them.
This way of thinking completely changes your troubleshooting speed. An operator might spend hours just guessing, checking random logs, hoping to get lucky. But the architect? They trace the user's path in their mind, logically ruling out one component after another. All the guesswork just vanishes, and you can pinpoint problems in a fraction of the time. And this, right here, can be a huge turning point in your career. This level of understanding opens up a whole new world of opportunities. You're not just the person who fixes stuff anymore. You're the one who gets invited to design discussions, the one who can lead migration projects, the one who can actually talk strategy.
Then one day you look at your environment and you realize something fundamental has changed inside you. You don't see a bunch of individual servers anymore. You see a living, breathing system. You see the flows of data, the web of dependencies, and the complete journeys your users take every single day. So if there's just one thing I want you to take away from all of this, it's this simple idea. You don't start your journey by learning architecture. It's not step one. It's something you earn, something you grow into, fed by all that experience you got on the front lines.
It's a really natural path. First, you have to learn the commands. Then, you get really good at troubleshooting. From there, you slowly start to see the bigger picture, the whole system. And then finally, you start to think in terms of design. It's a journey, not a race.
So I'll just leave you with this one question. If you feel like you're on the edge of this change, if you're asking why more and more, what is the very first system flow, that first user journey that you really truly want to understand in your own environment? Because that is your next step. That is the start of your own architect's awakening.
Hi everyone. First of all, thank you for watching this video. My name is Naresh. I am the content creator behind this YouTube channel. I have created a community for Citrix learners where I will be posting a lot of details on Citrix products and how to work in Citrix environments. I'm going to mention the link in the video description so you can click on that link and you can become part of the community. All right, see you soon. Bye-bye.